Hey everybody, I'm Dieter Kurtenbach. This is Wes Goldberg, our new Warriors beat writer. He's good at his job. You'll find out soon. The Warriors, not so good at their jobs today. They lose to the Lakers 123-101 in the first game ever at this old place, Chase Center in San Francisco. Wes, what? It's preseason. You don't want to make mountains out of molehills, but what the hell do you make out of this?
Early clunkiness. It's a new team that doesn't know how to play with each other, and That was very, very clear, very, very early. Steph Curry came out here, launched a shot from 40 feet because he felt like it.
Why not?
And it was an air ball, and that was very reflective of the kind of early disjointedness of this and of the entire group early on, but they did go on a little bit of a run in the second quarter, and I think they were positive about that.
Listen, these basketball games don't count. The Warriors started Amari Spellman at center. If that happens in the regular season, that is not going to go very well. I like Amari. He has a little bit of Mo Spates in him.
Yeah.
You guys have been with me long enough to know that I revere Mo Spates, but Mo Spates was not a starting quality player. Like, that would have been a disaster for the Warriors back then. Doesn't look good now. Luckily, again, preseason, no big deal. Did anyone stand out in a positive way for you tonight, Wes?
I think the obvious one is Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no fear when it came to his shot. I think there was a little bit of hesitation early, but he was making shots often. And when Steph and Draymond and D'Angelo ended up resting the entire second half, he was bringing the ball up.
For sure.
He was the guy leading the offense, and he was the guy still, even in that spot, taking shots.
Yeah.
I think he scored 9 of his 17 total points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I mean, again, Warriors lost, but if you're looking for positives, if you're Steve Kerr, Jordan Poole might be a guy as a rookie who you could see get rotation minutes if he kind of plays like that.
I don't think there's a question that he's going to get rotation minutes. I mean, we're not reading into this game, but he can create off the dribble, which is, I think, the biggest leap that we were going to have to see from him. He certainly has the confidence to shoot the three, which you haven't been around, but you've known from afar that rookies for the Warriors just don't shoot in general. So some guy going up and popping 9 3-pointers in a preseason game, this is headline news. He looked really good. I liked Eric Paschal, but there's a little bit of confirmation bias there. I'm really into guys who don't have a position, a little bit bigger bodied, going to do a couple of things on the floor. Glenn Robinson III looked okay to me as well. Yeah, up and down. Listen, the fact of the matter is, and this was highlighted in Game 1 when the Lakers more or less stacked their lineup to beat the Warriors in a preseason game. Way to go, Frank Vogel. There is a talent deficit on this Warriors team, which is such a weird thing to say. They need to find a couple of dudes this preseason.
Well, that's why Jordan Poole is going to play. He kind of has to.
Exactly.
And you hit the nail on the head. He's got enough shot making, enough ball skills to do something on the floor, which is really what this team needs when in those few minutes that Steph and D'Angelo and Draymond are not on the floor.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole was asked in the postgame. Somebody asked him, "Do you think you could be that guy that steps up when these other guys are cold?" And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like I don't know what else he's supposed to say in that situation.
No, I don't want it. But don't give me the ball.
Right, but also you take that and pair it with what we just saw tonight.
Right.
And it's like, all right, you know what? Why not him?
Yeah, I mean, he was. Let's be real about it. He looked like a reach in the first round.
Yes.
Or at least as we all viewed it, he was not a guy who was projected to go to the Warriors or to anybody in the first round. The Warriors took him. Tonight is one game out of about 90-something, plus playoffs if they get there. I can sort of see what Bob Myers was getting after. And this is something that the Warriors desperately needed last year. What's clear that they're going to need this year? Centers, which maybe they get healthy in time, maybe not. Because, again, Amari Spellman started at center. And two, they need some sort of perimeter defense. I mean, the 123 that the Lakers scored, it was inside, it was outside, it was every which way. What did you make of the D'Angelo Russell, Stephen Curry dynamic? This is the first time they've played together in any sort of official capacity.
It was, again, to use the same word I've used before, clunky.
Yeah.
Very clunky. There was a little bit of give and take there early on, which I suppose you're going to see. The one thing I did like to see from D'Angelo was there was a situation where Marquise Chris, who was also playing minutes for them,
and you know what? Credit to Chris.
Yeah,
like he's coming for a job. He wants someone's job.
Yeah, he fouled out, but that's fine. That means you're trying hard. I think that there was a play where Chris came up and set a high screen for D'Angelo Russell, and D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, rejects the screen, goes the other direction, goes right to the rim for the layup.
Yeah.
Now, we heard early on that there's going to be a lot of structure with this offense. when the season's early and as it progresses, they'll add some more
Mm-hmm.
of those read and react type of plays.
Right.
But that was a read and react play really early for D'Angelo. I think that's where he's going to thrive, is just using his intuition and just saying, you know what, let me go off script a little bit, do my own thing, because I know how to go get buckets.
It's clear that he has incredible talent.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed to see that, but it was nice to get reassurance that, like, oh, this guy's a dude.
Yeah.
Like, they don't make them... Guys like that just don't show up.
Yeah.
He wasn't an accident. He wasn't an all-star by fluke. He's a dude. And it'll just be interesting to see the dynamic between both Steph and him, because, frankly, I didn't think that they played well off of each other today. Not that it was expected, but it just didn't look seamless. And you take into account everything that this team has to work through, just add that to the list.
And that's what people should be watching in these preseason games. Not the fact that D'Angelo Russell went 0 for 4 from three-point range. That doesn't matter. It's the preseason.
And they were clean looks.
The final score doesn't exactly matter anyway.
It doesn't feel good, though.
It doesn't feel good when you give up 123 points, understanding that the issue is going to be defense. The issues are going to be the issues, preseason and regular season. We know what the issues are. We know that the issue early on is going to be Steph and D'Angelo and the way that they can interact together. So ignore the points scored, ignore the total threes that they made. Just watch how they interact together. I think that's what we can try to take away these next few preseason games.
What'd you make of the place?
I really like it. I think it is... I'm not a sentimental person anyway.
You don't have to... I am very much along those lines.
Granted, I didn't grow up in the Bay Area, so the Oracle probably doesn't mean as much to me in the last 47 years as it meant to people who did. But I mean, the place, they've done a really good job, and I am not sentimental, and I am, in exchange, cynical. And in the entire lead up to the Chase Center before I saw it, I was like, all right, well, okay,
we'll see.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
But they crushed it. There's really cool like little scoreboard situations that are showing advanced stats and things for those who are inclined.
For sure.
I think the atmosphere was good. I thought they did a good job kind of making the roof a little bit lower. It gives it a nice little atmosphere.
Yeah.
And you know what? Considering where they were coming from in the history of that place, they were able to, I think, again, one game, one experience. They were able to maintain some of that history. It was all the same. They had DJ Sharp here. They had all the same music. They didn't replace any of that stuff. So you had that little bit of feel. They had the fireworks and stuff in the beginning, the pyro.
Yeah.
So they maintained some of that stuff while also the place works in a way that Oracle didn't work. Like functionally.
Oh, 100%.
Work.
Yeah, we have to be real about Oracle. Oracle was a dump.
Yeah, there was no exposed pipes and holes in walls from players punching in. So not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
We might get around to it.
Draymond Green just signed an extension, so he's got time to punch holes in the walls.
My main takeaway is that this place has all of the character of a new international terminal at the airport.
It feels like SFO a little bit, and
Yeah.
like there's like these sprawling, just nothing but white
Very
areas.
concerning,
in
the lack
concourse.
of art.
Yeah, they need to add something. I don't
You
know
would
if
think
it's
that
just
San
like,
Francisco, you can make that happen.
maybe
but
the
here we
rookies
are.
can draw some pictures and we'll hang them on the fridge for them and kind of just do that around. But
It will never be Oracle. And
yeah.
Oracle, because of the recent success, is held in probably higher esteem than it deserved.
Yeah.
But they did a nice job with this. It's just not the same. And my biggest takeaway on this is I don't know what town we're in. I mean, if I'm not looking at the baseline where it says San Francisco, there's nothing in here that says Bay Area. And that's a little bit frustrating for such a dynamic place. For it to be a stadium that literally could kind of be anywhere else is a bit frustrating. But some character, some flavor, some soul will come into this place if the Warriors win. If tonight is any indication, it might be a little while before we get to that. For Wes, I'm Dieter. We'll talk to you after another preseason game. I think they played the Lakers like 10 more times. Who knows? Talk to you later.